Hi, I'm Allie. Join me as I create these SuperDuo Windmill Earrings, courtesy of the lovely Sheryl from our production team. Remember, if you need any materials, go ahead and look below the video in the description to shop with us online, or if you're on our site on that right-hand side. Gather up your materials and your bead on it board, and let's get ready to get started. So to start out this design, we are going to be starting with a size 11, or you'll want a 12 needle, and I'm using the gray Wildfire. About 4 feet will get both earrings completed, depending on which version you want to make. I'm going to be starting out with some SuperDuo beads, and I'm collecting onto my thread and needle 6 SuperDuo beads, and I'm going to tie them into a loop. I have 4mm and 3mm beads here. You can do all 4s or 3s for this project. So I have my 6 beads on, and the first thing I'm going to do is drop it down to the bottom of the thread, like I said, and just tie a knot. Once that squared knot, right over left, left over right knot is completed, we're going to take our needle and sew through, still through that first hole, the first hole of the next SuperDuo, and the first hole of the one right after. That's our effort to get away from the knot that we've created. Here in the middle, you can choose to add something in or to keep it open. I'm going to add one of my 3mm beads in the middle. Coming out the left-hand side of that top SuperDuo, I'm coming out the bottom hole. I'm going to sew into the bottom hole of the SuperDuo that sits directly below from the left toward the right. That bead then will sit on top of and almost in the middle of that little floral collection of SuperDuos. To make sure that it sits straight, sew back through the round. And this time from the right side toward the left side of that same SuperDuo that your thread was originally coming out of. Give a nice tight pull. And you can see that this earring is really, really versatile. You can even stop here if you want. We're going to progress by stepping up from our first hole of our SuperDuo to our second hole of our SuperDuo. That'll put a little bit of thread on the side of the SuperDuo. Don't worry about it. You won't see it when you go in and add our next step. The next step is going to be to add in your crystal round 4mm, your gemstones, you could do pearls, anything towards that interior. I'm going to be using this light green new jade round, adding that 4mm bead on, and then sewing into the next open hole of the next SuperDuo bead. From here then, add another 4mm round, sew into the next SuperDuo hole. There are 6 openings because we use 6 beads. So you're going to be using 6 of those gemstone rounds. In the original version, we used 4mm crystals in Sheryl and her golden bronze design, and me in my pink design as well. Going through then and adding all of those beads onto your thread and needle and connecting all of those SuperDuos, we're going to exit through the first SuperDuo that our thread was originally coming out of. You can see once again, if you want to, you can stop with this version of the windmill and attach your ear wire with a wire guard. Instead, we're going to decorate a little bit more. We're going to get into our 15-0 seed beads here, and I want you to add 7 15-0s onto your thread and needle. Once you have 7 on, you are going to skip over the gemstone, that first one that you added in that 4mm round, and sew into the SuperDuo, that top hole of the next one in line. Those seed beads are going to sit a little bit behind that 4mm gemstone. Around each 4mm gemstone, you're going to continue adding in 7 15-0 seed beads and progressing to the next SuperDuo in line. I have 2 completed. We have 5 more to go, and then we'll get ready for our next step. From here, after you add in your last 7 beads, you can see I'm kind of pushing them to the back of the design because I do generally want them to sit towards the back. We're going to go in and add our next round of beads, which will be our exterior row. Here in the sample that we're making, I'm using 3mm beads. In both Sheryl's sample and the Pearl sample that we did on Facebook Live, we used 4mm beads. Now there's a couple of different versions that can happen. Easiest version number 1 is that you add 6 4mm rounds. Version number 2 here has a drop duo added along the bottom. Version number 3 that we'll be doing, we're adding a nice pear drop along the bottom. So you can really pick and choose how long you want it to sit, how you want it to look, and kind of how you decorate it. So for our version, we're going to be adding 5 of our 3mm rounds, and we're going to add one of our crystal drops at the bottom. From here, coming out the SuperDuo, I want you to sew up through your 15-0s, and you're going to connect your 15-0s through beads 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Once you're out bead number 5 there, remember we did 7s, you're going to grab one of your 3mm or 4mm beads, skip over beads 1 and 2 from the next group of 7 over the jade bead, and sew through beads 3, 4, and 5. Once you're out through those beads, grab another one of your rounds, skip over again beads 1 and 2 there, and sew through 3, 4, and 5. Going the whole way around, we'll add in our 4s or our 3s, depending on which one you're doing, taking them all the way around, adding a bead, skipping over to the next group of 7 seed beads, and sewing through 3, 4, and 5 beads there. Once you have all 5 of your rounds on, it's time to go in and add your drop. To add the drop, we are going to add 1, 2, and 3 15-0 seed beads. So through the drop from the top towards the bottom, and then along the bottom, add 3 15-0 seed beads. These 3 15-0s will work as a drop or a stopper for my crystal so that it doesn't fall off the end. Bring your needle and thread back through the crystal. Let them sit in a triangular point by pulling the thread through, just kind of giving it a little pinch with your finger, and then adding 1, 2, and 3 more seed beads. To finish up, you're going through, once again, beads 3, 4, and 5 of that last set of seed beads that we need to go through. That adds that little drop in there, and all we need to do now is go back up to the top of the design, add in our wire guard, and we're going to decorate the outer edge. The nice thing with this design is if you want to, you can be finished pretty much at any step of the way. We're going to add in some extra seed beads going around the exterior of our beads along with our wire guard as we continue. Coming out the seed beads along the side, I'm going to flip it to the back just because it's a little bit easier to look and to see what's going on in the back. My thread and needle are coming out those last 3 seed beads before my first round. I'm going to pick up 7 more seed beads. If you're using a 4mm versus a 3mm, you're going to want to use 8 seed beads possibly, like I did with my rose ones here. You get your 7 beads on there, skip over the round, and sew through the 3 beads that connect them. That's going to add those seed beads along that outer edge. Once again here, 7 beads get added. Skip over and add going through. Here at the top, you're going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 beads. Pick up your wire guard. Put your wire guard on to your thread and needle. You can also do this after the fact, but it's nice to do it in one step. Go back through the wire guard. And now sew back through beads 3, 4, and 5 toward the wire guard. That's going to have the wire guard sit right over top of those beads. Reinforce going back through the wire guard one more time up through the wire guard, needle and thread, back down through the wire guard, and then just like we did, back through beads 3, 4, and 5, and then add beads 6 and 7. So through the next group of 3, and that links you to the beads along the side and puts the wire guard right in the middle. From here, we have 2 more groups of 7 to add, and then we just need to tie off our thread. Adding in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 seed beads, skipping over that bead and going through the next 3. One more to add, and then I'll show you how we're going to get rid of our thread. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go through that first, or that last group rather, of 3 beads. We're going to reinforce our drop, meaning we're going to sew back through the 3 beads leading to the drop. Sew through the drop, through the 3 beads that work to stop the end here. You can also add 3 more beads if you want a little bit more decorated end. Go back through that crystal, up through the opposite side seed beads, and then we're going to knot off our thread. After you go through that 3 beads leading right after the crystal, you can kind of put it down, push those seed beads back along the side, and you have that nice drop edge. Last thing to do, again, get rid of our thread ends. So how to do that? We're going to get our thread back towards the center of the design, going through some of the seed beads, going through the SuperDuos, through the first hole, and then remember how we went from the interior hole to the exterior? We're doing the opposite. We're going from the exterior hole, or the second hole of the SuperDuo, towards the interior. Sometimes you have to wiggle your needle to get it through there a little bit. We're going to go through the next SuperDuo, wiggling that through there a little bit. And then guess what? Our starter thread and our ending thread are at the same location. And we're just going to tie the 2 thread ends together. Right over left, left over right. Last thing to do is to add our ear wire on to finish up our earring. And our SuperDuo windmills, with tons of variety and tons of variations that you can do, are completed and fun to wear. Remember, whenever you open up your ear wire, you want to open it up, pulling to the side to maintain your perfect loop. Slide on your wire guard and close up your ear wire to finish. Thank you so much for watching, and to Sheryl for the lovely design inspiration. If you need any materials, don't forget you can look in the description below the video. Also, don't be shy and comment below with any suggestions, variations, or changes you may have made. That helps to build this Potomac bead community and helps other people that may be interested in learning. As always, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for more inspirational designs.